All eyes were on the Princess of Wales today as she avoided showers to make her second appearance at Wimbledon. And eagle-eyed royal fans may have spotted the royal mum of three paying a sweet tribute to her youngest Prince Louis on centre court today. The Princess of Wales dazzled as she arrived at the All England Lawn and Tennis Club in SW19 on Saturday to cheer on the players during the women's singles final today. Kate, 41, praised Wimbledon maintenance manager for fixing a leak at the Court 1 shop just a day before the championships began, before settling in alongside the likes of Emma Watton and Dame Maggie Smith to watch the match. As the princess arrived to watch Tunisia's Ons Jabeur take on the Czech Republic's Markéta Vondrausova to win the Venus Rosewater dish, the keen sports fan beamed and waved to crowds below from the terrace. As play got underway, the princess was seen chatting to former tennis stars Billie Jean King and Martina Navratilova. Upon arrival, the princess chatted with ball boys and girls present at the tournament who looked starstruck to be meeting royalty, but who all remained professional. The princess braved high winds to attend the All Lawn and Tennis Club, of which she is patron, while the organizers of the tournament sent out a weather warning to attendees last night. Stakes are high for both players as left-handed Jabeur hopes to become the first African woman to win a Grand Slam, while Vondrausova makes history as the first unseeded player to ever make the Wimbledon final in the Open era. A year ago, number 6 in the world Jabeur became the first North African woman, the first Arab woman and the first Muslim woman to make a Grand Slam final. She now hopes to become the first African woman to win a Grand Slam. Meanwhile, Vondrausova, a former junior world number 1, came into Wimbledon unseeded. Currently ranked at number 42 in the world, the Czech is the first unseeded player to ever get to the final in the Open era, and also the second lowest ranked player to reach the Wimbledon final since the WTA rankings were introduced, with only Serena Williams in 2018, ranked number 181, ranked lower. Wimbledon will crown a new winner at the end of the match who will lift the trophy and take home a handy £2. $35 million. Jabeur took the early lead in the first set, taking her own service game before gaining 2 break points and converting the second to go up 2-0. But a determined Vondrausova fought hard to immediately break back ahead of her own service game, and Jabeur showed early signs of frustration as she expressed anger at herself for losing her advantage, before the players were again on serve. The stands are expected to be full ahead of one of the biggest finals on the tennis calendar, with the Princess of Wales already in place. The Met Office has issued a yellow weather warning for wind and has warned of heavy showers throughout the afternoon. Issuing a statement on Twitter last night, the tournament's official Twitter account said, "We are monitoring the weather forecast and in light of the yellow weather warning issued, we are making appropriate adjustments to our operations." Elsewhere, the Princess of Wales told a maintenance manager at Wimbledon he had saved the day after fixing a leak in the Court 1 shop the day before the tennis tournament began. Kate met Billie Lewis at the championships on Saturday ahead of the ladies' singles final. Mr. Lewis told the PA news agency he was surprised the princess had been told about his efforts, which saw him save thousands of pounds worth of merchandise. Asked what Kate said to him, Mr. Lewis said, "She said I heard you saved the day, in terms of a leak." Attending SW19, the princess opted for a £420 lime green self-portrait dress with pleated skirt and tweed jacket detailing. On her lapel, she paid tribute to the tournament with a bow in the signature purple and dark green colors. She wore her thick brunette locks half up and hanging down her shoulders as she pulled strands away from her face which were blowing in the wind. She opted for a touch of bronze and blush, paired with a smoky eye. Adding to her accessories, the princess sported a gold thin bangle on her wrist and £5,430 Cassandra gold pearl and diamond earrings. She carried a light pink suede clutch bag from Emmy London. The Princess of Wales also met Philippa George, who tossed the coin for the Wimbledon women's singles final. Ms. George was nominated as a representative of the riding for the disabled charity. Kate asked about her Wimbledon-themed nail polish and whether Ms. George had been practicing for the toss. The princess told her she was such an inspiration to so many people and was glad she had been recognized. Ms. George, 27, said after the meeting, "It was so special. She was asking me about my nails and talked to me about how I like horses. She was really happy that I was here. It means so much. It is such an honor to be here and being part of all this. I am so grateful to have this opportunity." The Princess of Wales also met representatives from the British Army, London Ambulance Service, London Fire Brigade and Metropolitan Police during her visit to Wimbledon. Kate asked Adam Taylor, from the Met Police, how the queue for the tennis tournament has been. She recalled her own time spent queuing to get into the championship as a child. "I loved it when I was younger. It was part of coming to see Wimbledon and the anticipation," Mr. Taylor said. She was talking about the queue and how she remembers that as a child, and how lovely it is to still see that going now. The princess also spoke with Jack Wakelin, a clinical team manager at the London Ambulance Service, about the dangers of dehydration when spectators do not drink enough water and forget not to drink too much Pimm's. Before the match, Wimbledon representatives issued a statement. The tournament schedule on centre court and number 1 court will proceed as planned. Please be aware that the queue will be closed tomorrow and we apologize for any disappointment. We encourage all guests to dress appropriately and come prepared for the inclement weather and to check our website and social media channels for further updates. Princess Kate's appearance this afternoon comes after a rainy family day out on Friday to visit the Royal International Air Tattoo. She and Prince William took Prince George, 9, Princess Charlotte, 8, and Prince Louis, 5, to the Gloucestershire base where they visited the aircraft that transported Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth to her funeral from Edinburgh last September. William, 41, and Kate were all smiles when they arrived with the young royals at the airshow, where they were greeted by Wing Commander Will Essex. They were greeted by grey skies that brought heavy rain, but there were a few aircraft still in the skies before they arrived. The event was a return visit for George, who celebrates his 10th birthday on July 22. He was taken to the show by his parents in 2016, aged 3. And was pictured wearing ear defenders at the time. The royal children were dressed for a summer day in light casual clothing, and George and Charlotte, who sported a Rachel Riley dress, looked around at the rain-soaked concrete around the huge plane when they stepped from their car. It was the first family trip for the Waleses since the three children broke up for the summer holidays from Lambrook School. They shook hands with senior members of the RAF before they were ushered up the huge ramp of the transport plane with their parents. George was given the task of partially raising the ramp and could be seen pressing the button as his father watched on. As the family progressed with the tour on the aircraft, Louis preferred to stand next to a vehicle and look out over the airfield outside. However, a board displaying information about the history of the plane had Prince Louis invested in the tour again, and he later rejoined his parents. Meanwhile, Princess Charlotte listened intently during the engagement and stayed close to her parents. However, she was led astray by her little brother, who was perplexed by something he had seen on the roof of the aircraft.